Hello, my YouTube brothers and sisters. Welcome to, this is episode 4 of Bonding Time. Damn, fly buzz off. I decided to go with a topic that's not quite so controversial and, very could get you beaten to death for the wrong answer, as gay marriage would do. Because you know it would happen. Somebody somewhere would find this video and they would know me. And people can get pretty damn violent when they think that someone else is just stepping on their opinions. It's sad to say that's the world we live in these days. I decided to go with the topic of gender roles in video games. And, typically, gaming has been a very male thing. I mean, hell, back in the day, that was all we ever did, really. That was our thing. All the games were about the Ninja Turtles, or Batman, or all these muscular superheroes, and lately, more, kind of like around the time of maybe Mrs. Pac-Man, or maybe go further down, further along the line, you got, the original Tomb Raider. It seems recently gaming has been kind of progressing very slowly toward the market of women. And they're finally starting to realize, oh, there are women gamers out there. Maybe we should start making more stuff that they would like. I say that, and it's a very slow process so far. I personally feel that women should be more main character and not just set piece with tits. They shouldn't just be like, I know I'm probably going to get some flack for this, and I heard that it's a really good game and that all the characters are awesome, but BioShock Infinite, Elizabeth is the main female protagonist, but she is not the main protagonist. That position belongs to Booker because you actually play as the main protagonist. However, the story belongs entirely to her. So I've heard. And that's pretty friggin' awesome. I'm sitting here actually making, gestures with my hands. Like I'm talking to a crowd, and I'm not. Haha. I can make whatever position with my hands I want to do. Ha 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 ha. Try to guess what I'm doing now. Sorry. But yeah, that I totally lost my train of thought. It's nice that you got characters who are, the men are the big, burly, action-y, shoot my gun at everything, swing my sword at all the monsters kind of thing. Yeah, that was nice about 10, 20 years ago. But then you've still got some women, like Elizabeth, sadly, who are still in this role of, I get to help the main character, and he's the action, I'm the emotion, he's the gameplay, I'm the plot. Why can't women be the gameplay and the plot? Like Mass Effect, Commander Shepard, female Shepard, FemShep, played by Jennifer Hale. Awesome. She takes charge. She's not so much saving the universe because it's her duty as a soldier. She's doing it because she's the only one who can. And I know somebody's going to be like, well, what about male Shepard? And it's like, yeah, well, male Shepard is the same thing, but the fact that you've also got, the option of being a female Shepard who does the exact same things that a man does, that is awesome. Sorry about pounding my table there. I'm very sorry, table. You've got This character she's strong, she's commanding, she's charismatic. She's very charismatic. People follow her just hell. What is it like? ME2. After you get Garrus, what does he say to you? He says, "Oh, we're going into hell again, aren't we? And you're following me." That's the thing. He's following her. Everyone you pick up follows you because of your ability to lead, to take action, to do the things that no one else can. And you're a woman! Sorry. Might want to turn your mic down. Just, or your volume down a bit. But yeah, you're a woman, and everybody, everywhere in the entire galaxy trusts you to get them out of hell. We need more characters like that. More characters who are both the action and the story. I also thought that ME2 was actually really nice because they did, the loyalty missions where everybody got to have their own part of their own story kind of got fleshed out. And you got to find out more about these people and who they are and, what their lives are like. You get to meet, the migrant fleet, find out what other Quarians are like. Coincidentally, I've never seen a Quarian bad guy. When you're fighting mercenaries and, Saren's troops and all, you never find, there are no Quarians. It's mostly just Turians and, Krogans, really. And the occasional Solarian, but that's about it. And Batarians, and Vorcha, and, yeah, whatever. Anyway. Yeah, I like that. I like that we have a character who can do both spots, who can fill both roles of story and gameplay, of plot and action, and still be a person, a woman, as opposed to, just a rack of tits on a broom. I've also heard that Ellie from The Last of Us is also a pretty good, female character who also basically has the entire story to herself and is also essential to the gameplay. What else? There was another one. There is something. Oh, that's a horse. We have a back pasture, and I can see through our back door there's something... Oh, there's two somethings. Okay. Yeah, it's two horses. Interesting. Anyway. The Tomb Raider series, especially with the recent reboot, back when she's young and her breasts aren't actually that big. And to be fair, if you go back and play... Oh, wait, never mind. See, I never really noticed Lara Croft's breasts in, like, Anniversary and Legend and Underworld, because those are the only three Tomb Raiders I've ever played, aside from the very original one, which I really couldn't understand what the hell was going on because I was a really young kid. But yeah, I wasn't really checking out her rack. Although I did kind of enjoy that she was doing deep sea diving in a swimsuit, kind of, or a wetsuit rather, sort of thing. Yeah. Anyway. Not really helping my case, am I? Yeah, the new Tomb Raider. She's it's nice to see a character who is, again, both the gameplay and the plot, the story and the action. I keep getting those mixed up sometimes, apparently. Yeah, gameplay and plot, story and action. or action and story, to keep them, respective. Yeah, it's that was also a very good character for them to have. She was, spoilers, by the way. I should probably put that. Probably should have put that in the very beginning of the video. Spoilers. I will do that in the description when I'm finished, or I will put annotations, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Lara Croft in the new Tomb Raider. She starts off as an innocent kid who's just trying to survive by any means necessary. And then she kind of gets thrown off into this world where fucking everything wants her dead, or wants to, do her, because, it's Lara Croft, who wouldn't? No, that's very... I shouldn't say that. I apologize. Yeah, she gets tossed off into this world where everything either wants to rape her or wants to kill her, or wants to rape her then kill her. But through her experiences, like the first time she kills, she flips out. She cries and she falls to her knees, and she's hysterical. And after a few minutes, she kind of realizes, okay, this is what I'm going to have to do to survive, isn't it? And yeah, it's what she has to do to survive. To live, she has to take life. And she grows on that fact. And like the tagline says, a survivor is born. And as she progresses, she gradually gets to the point where she's not so much scared of these men anymore. Now she's pissed. And it gets to the point where it's my favorite part in the entire game, probably, is when she's running through a shantytown village, and she gets to a castle of sorts, and the place is blowing up all left and right, and she grabs hold of a line and swings down and kicks a man in the face, and he knocks her down to the floor, and she picks up a grenade launcher and attaches it to her an assault rifle and blows him to hell, and everybody's like, oh shit, she's got a grenade launcher! And instead of, being all scared and whining and being like, why are you doing this? She's like, that's right! Run, you bastards! And she really grows into that role of, this is what I have to do. In order to live, I have to kill. And it's a very sad thing that she has to do that, but it's what she has to do. So, yeah, we need more, I'm probably gonna keep saying this over and over again just to drill it into your head. We need more characters like that who even if they start off, we don't need a static character. I mean, not Master Chief. Not Samus either. Although Samus is a very good character, we're gonna talk about her next. What's her damn name? Commander Shepard. Commander Jane Shepard. FemShep. She's nice and all, but she's kind of static. She kind of starts off as... Well, not really, actually. She kind of starts off as a soldier, and then she becomes... in the second one, she's kind of more... But not quite as, I don't know. She just kind of stays the same. And in the third one's when everyone, including Shepard, gets a total revampification, and she starts acting and sounding like a real commander. Like a real person, instead of just some kind of person who gives, just random dialogue and voices, because it's in her contract. You can actually feel real heavy emotion in the voice. And you're like, oh shit, she actually cares about these people. She's not just leading them around because they're good to have and the off chance you need a human shield. We need more characters like Lara who start off kind of by the very end they're like Rawr! Not so much Marcus Phoenix constantly angry Rawr, but they need actual development. Like Shepard, it took her 3 games to actually have some real, true development. And most of the time, she was just kind of, whenever she was a Paragon, she was kind of, and when she was a Renegade, she was kind of, but then Mass Effect 3 comes along, and when she's acting happy, she's actually sounding happy. When she comes across Ashley drunk on the floor, she says, well, what do we have here? And it actually sounds like... It sounds like the actress, sounds like Jennifer Hale actually gave a damn. Not to say that she didn't, because I know, God, Jennifer Hale's been in fucking everything. I mean, she's like one of the most iconic women voice actors in gaming ever. But yeah, you can actually hear some real thick, like, glee at her, her crewman's apparent demise, or, not demise, but, at Ashley's little bleh kind of thing. She's like, inside her head, she's giggling. But yeah, we really need more characters like Lara who change over time. And especially if it's only a single game, they really need to change rapidly. Well, not so much rapidly, because technically, I mean, Lara was kind of... After her first kill, or more like after her first 5, she was okay. And then she kind of accepts this role, and then she's good for the rest of the game. And that's all in the span of about 30 minutes. Well, not 30, more like maybe an hour. And considering, it's actually a pretty long game, really. Especially if you're like me and you go back to get everything that you missed. But, yeah. And then, you've got Commander Shepard, who she changes slightly in the second game. And in the third one, she has, full-on emotion and spastic movements, and when she's sad, she's sad. When she's happy. It's not like in the first and second ones where she's sad, she's kind of blah 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 blah, and when she's happy, she's kind of when she's in Enemy 3, she's happy, she's ha la 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 la. I love kittens and flowers, and when she's pissed off, she's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. She actually has some oof. And I should probably stop talking about those two, because I've been doing that the last, I don't know how long. I don't even know how long this video's been going on. Probably too long, huh? Yeah, this is probably gonna be the longest one ever. Because this is a topic I really have an issue with. I'm kind of tired of seeing all these games that are geared towards guys when there are plenty of girl gamers. I know a lot of girl gamers, and they are awesome. Hell, one of them has kicked my ass so many freaking times at Call of Duty, I stopped actually playing. Mainly because I just can't stand Call of Duty and its realistic modern warfare crap. Yeah, it's all so realistic, yeah. Shoot a man 5 times in the head. He'll survive, I swear. Just let him suck his thumb behind a wall for a few seconds. Anyway. Yeah, whoopsie. Need to have a drink there. Black cherry. Another character we can probably take a look at is Samus. This will probably be a two-parter or something. Maybe even a three-parter with how long I intend to talk about it. But yeah, Samus, Samus Aran. We'll just pretend that other M does not exist because let's just it doesn't. Let's just say it doesn't because it doesn't. It's kind of like that movie they said existed with something about I have no idea. I think it was something to do with I don't know, Super Mario Brothers movie or something. Apparently that exists now. I had no idea. Anyway, yeah, Samus before the other M came along and turned her into a complete wuss. Well, actually, I guess I can't really say much because other M was really the only one to give her some sort of personality. All the other ones, she really didn't say anything. I mean, okay, Super Metroid, she had a line of dialogue, or a couple of lines of, not really a line of dialogue, but, she had some opening credits kind of stuff to say that gave, like, the backstory, and that was kind of it. And then Fusion comes along and some more backstory. And throughout the game, occasionally you'll see her standing in the elevator and she's kind of talking to herself. But I guess I can't really say anything without mentioning other M because other M is really the only one that's ever given her some sort of personality. And damn it, I really wanted to talk about her too because she is definitely one of the. She's definitely a woman's character. She's not just there to look pretty, she's there to be a freaking badass. And I really can't find much to say about her. I mean, she's Samus. She's probably the first, aside from Miss Pac-Man. But she's probably she's one of the first characters for women who's actually a woman. And, well, not necessarily for women. I mean, she was kind of for women afterward. Well, not even then. I mean, it's kind of sad because we've objectified her a lot, and now she's got, a nice butt and large breasts. And she's kind of prissy. But we'll pretend that other M does not exist. Yeah, she's, she works alone. She kind of, she's just there to kick ass, take names, chew bubblegum, and she's totally out of bubblegum. And she's a bounty hunter, which kind of makes her a little higher than Commander Shepard, I have to say. Because whereas Commander Shepard was a soldier, and a lot of the stuff she did, especially in the first game, was because she was a soldier working for the Alliance, and it was her duty. Samus is more on sort of a revenge trip sort of thing. Like, especially, in her very first encounter with them, because if you don't know the story, Samus grew up on a colony world, and it was attacked by space pirates, and her parents were killed, and eventually the Chozo came along, and they found her, and they took her back to their planet, and raised her to be like them. And they infused her with their own blood, so now she can actually jump like 10, 20 feet by herself, even without the suit. Yeah, I kind of read the manga, so. But yeah, she's she's very much a woman's character. She's very, very, very badass without having to look too pretty. I mean, not to say that she doesn't look good. She looks very good. Um, Although I am a bit confused because actually in oh, what was it? I think it was I think it was between in Metroid Prime 1 she has like brown hair, and then in Metroid Prime 2 she takes off her helmet and she's got like blonde hair. That was confusing. That was definitely very strange. But anyway, uh those are actually, as far as I can tell, I mean, there's a few other characters, but they're not really as boom as you know these guys. You know, they're not like these ones at all. Not much, at least. I mean, sure, there are a lot of female protagonists in gaming, but they're not really protagonists for women. And I know as a guy, this is probably really strange to hear me say all this, but I still think that we need more characters who don't have to just be a set piece, who aren't just there to be all emotional and cry, who aren't there to just be dragged around, as something in a escort quest or something like that. Ooh. Um. Oh, no, never mind. No, that was a no. Uh. Really, that's all I can think to say on it for now. I think we need more characters. I want to say we need more characters who are like Elizabeth for the story from BioShock Infinite, and Commander Shepard for like fucking everything, really. They're not just there to look pretty, although they do look pretty. I will admit that. Yeah, they certainly look good. But we need more characters who, I mean, if somebody could produce just one game, where the main protagonist, who's also, she's gameplay and story, is a really gross fucking... Ooh, there you go. Make a game about Sarah Kerrigan from StarCraft. Yeah, make a game entirely about her. I don't mean make StarCraft 3. I mean make like what you like what Blizzard was gonna do with StarCraft Ghosts, except that they canceled the project. Make something about Sarah after she joins the Zerg, or after the Zerg take her and make her the Queen of Blades. Make something like that. She's not very pretty anymore, but she's still kind of, well, she is still kind of human looking, but still. Yeah, something like that. I think that would be interesting to see. If you could make a character like Master Chief never shows his face. Marcus Phoenix is old and grizzled. If you can make a game where not only the male characters who are the main male character is an old grizzled man who's grumpy and pissed off all the time, make something with a woman character who does not look particularly quote unquote attractive, and make her the main character and just try it out. I mean, we really got to get past this boundary of thinking that, all our characters need to be either muscular men or buxom women. We really do. Because we're not going to grow otherwise. And MMOs, actually. Not a lot of MMOs. Well, all the MMOs I've played, actually. Well, not all of them. Most of them. There's an MMO called Eden Eternal. And the characters are kind of anime-fied, if you will. And they don't look, especially because there's like 5 races. Only 2 of them are human appearances. Only 2 of them have female genders that you can play as. And the female genders kind of, they dress a little differently. But their breasts aren't large. They don't have ginormous butts. And I guess that's not really a very good comparison because, an MMO character tends to not have any personality at all. Because you're more or less supposed to just simulate yourself, I guess. I don't know. It's very hard sometimes to make an argument for this. But yeah, what do you guys think? What do you really think about this sort of thing? Do we need... what do you think about gender roles in gaming? Do we really need more men who are either both the story and the gameplay, or men who are just the gameplay and women are the story? Or do we need more women who can fill both roles without being either hulky, masculine creatures or to put it in very blunt sexual terms, porn stars in battle armor? That's pretty much what most of them are, sadly. What do you guys think? I really want to hear your opinion on this. We will be back some other time with another episode, maybe a continuation of this one. Who knows? We'll see.